And it's open for questions, guys, if anybody else has other questions.
Hi, this is Faith. I have a question. Either one of the ladies. I'm just curious. I think homeschooling for our people is the way to go. But one of the things that I've been thinking about is how affordability. How are you able to make your income and then also it be affordable to, usually it's those that don't have the money that need it the most. So I was just curious to know, how do you all remedy that situation?
Let's start with Nikala on that one.
Right, you would come to me and you like, Nikala know how to get it. And it needs necessary, like not necessary, right?
Yeah, respect.
When I first started homeschooling, yes, honey, you can have some candles, and so you see homeschooling is happening all the time, right?
Yeah, 24/7.
So
That's
when
loud.
I first started homeschooling, I might have been making like $600 a month, right? I was not making much money at all. And, I not only needed to transition to homeschooling because my son was having such a difficult time in the public school system that he was in. He was in spring ISD. And, just to be transparent, the school he was in was not predominantly Black, the school that we were zoned to at the time. And the teachers treated him like he was the enemy. The things that they said about him, even though I was participating, like I was doing everything right. The things that they said about him as a 6-year-old, were horrible, and very offensive. I don't know if it was like a combination of racism, and having a lot of new teachers at that school. But it was horrible. And I really felt like I didn't have a better option for him at the time than to homeschool. Now, here's the thing about finance. Now, I have students now who are going to school that I, support educationally, that are going to school where their parents are paying $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year, them to get an education where they have a classroom size of 20 to 25 students. They have to put in that much money to get an education that's even somewhat personalized for their children. Otherwise there are going to be 30, 40 children in the classroom. And, in many cases, the teacher is not going to be able to spend much time with your child. So in that sense, homeschooling is more affordable because you're not having to spend all of that money to get a quality education for your child. Now, in the sense of how you make money, there's a million ways to make money. You can sell socks, you can sell water. Like if it's hot outside and you have bottled water and you have a permit, you can make $200-$300 a day, selling water on the side of the road. Like if push comes to shove, you can get money, but in terms of employment, there are plenty of online opportunities. For me personally, I teach online. I've been teaching and tutoring children for about 11 years. And, I found a way to take that online, to start my own business. You don't have to start your own business. One of my best friends works for a company called ABC Ya, that pays like $20-$25 an hour. He doesn't even have a college degree, for him to teach children in China to speak English. There's VIP Kids. They pay $20-$25 an hour to teach online. iTalki, they'll pay you to teach children English. 51 Talk. There are a bunch of companies like that on the teaching side, but if you're looking for something other than teaching, there are a lot of places hiring right now for contact tracers, to trace the activity of COVID-19. A lot of companies and organizations like the CDC, and that pays $20-$25 an hour too. There are plenty of online jobs. There's a really good website for that. It's called The Spruce. They changed the name. It's called The Balance now. And, when Sister Juniper goes into talking, I'll pull up the link and, drop it into the chat box for everyone to check it out. There's another one called Rat Race Rebellion. So there are plenty of jobs that you can find online, where you can make the money that you need to make and have flexible hours so that you can stay home and take care of your children. And, honestly, at this point, we're not dealing with a normal situation. We're in a pandemic. So it's better anyway to be able to stay home as much as possible to limit your contact with the virus while also being able to provide education to your children. Do you have a follow-up question about that, Sam?